Hey Capricorn, welcome to your first half of August reading. You are last but not least in this series. Good news is you won't have to wait as long for the next one because I do use a round robin rotation. So just in case you were wondering. This is a general reading for the collective of Capricorn, Sun, and Rising. It won't resonate with everyone. If it doesn't and you're here as a sun sign, go watch the reading that aligns with your rising sign. There are often very strong messages there. Or you can be a cross watcher and watch the sun or rising readings for your divine counterpart. Let's see. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy this reading, you'll consider joining us and subscribe. And for those who are returning Capricorn, you know how much I appreciate you. And I, more than anything, I get a lot of support from Capricorns. Not many views, but the ones who come to watch generally are extremely supportive. That means a lot, and I hope you feel my supportive energy coming right back at you. Okay, I think that's it. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm going to pull two cards, one for Divine Masculine, ooh, interesting, one for Divine Feminine, and you can feel free to flip the energies around. I sort of read you both separately, so the labels are less important than the storyline. If the storyline resonates, then it's your message. You just have to figure out which side you're on. All right, round and round for the masculine. Card 25, 2 and 5 is 7. This is a spiritual card. Round and round, something that kind of keeps recurring. If I was thinking of a card, a tarot card, this almost feels sometimes like devil energy, believe it or not, because sometimes the devil energy is repeating a problem or a pattern over and over again. Not really getting a different result. And then, because there's like a refusal to let go. The other round and round can often be, the Knight of Wands, somebody that kind of comes back in over and over again, but they're always a little bit impulsive. They haven't always thought things through. But there's something here for this masculine with round and round. We'll see if it comes out in the reading. And feminine gets card 33. Another spiritual number, a sacred number, a master number. We don't reduce it. Chaos and conflict. Those are all the fives, right? The chaos and conflict. 5 of swords, 5 of wands, 5 of pentacles, 5 of cups. The fives, the chaos is all about instability. So it almost leads me to believe that one of the themes for you in this reading, dear Capricorn, is repeating the same chaotic pattern, or some conflict, some block keeps reappearing. You're not, the two of you aren't getting beyond it. We'll look and see what comes through in the cards. Sometimes it relates, sometimes it doesn't. Here's a beautiful soul coaching card just for the Capricorns watching, what your soul wants you to know. Something to think about, contemplate, meditate on between readings. They're sweet and gentle messages that are very encouraging. Let's see what comes through for our beautiful Capricorns watching. Please, what your soul wants you to know. Oh, love. I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. Wow. What a way. You guys, this just made my whole day. Right? No matter what's going on here, you can always come back to this. Always come back and center on the love. Yes, you're wonderful, and it is about self-love, but it is just, it's giving love from a position of self-love. We have to start with ourselves. Otherwise, this kind of scenario just keeps playing itself out. I feel that's a really strong message for you, Cap. Let's see what comes through the reading today. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, and Rising with their divine counterparts. Let's see what messages want to come through for Capricorn, Rising, and Sun with their counterparts. Come on now. All right. Wow. Queen of Wands wants to be there. Knight of Swords. Some swift moving action with truth Something coming in for this feminine, or this feminine taking flight with something that's really important to them. A point they want to make. The Knight of Swords is very fast-moving energy. Masculine, showing up in the energy of the Queen of Wands. I know, it doesn't matter, it's not gender specific, but the Queen of Wands, very much in their power. They're a little bit mystical, magical there. See the little black cat at her feet. This is someone who can cast a spell, if you know what I mean. Very passionate. Lots of fire energy here. Aries, Leo, Sag. We've got something in this queen is very mesmerizing, very captivating, very alluring. So I'll have to see why this queen is coming through. I'll clarify it for sure. Knight of Swords is a victory card too. This feels auspicious to me. There's one of the fives, right? A little bit of chaos and conflict in the past. Hierophant, wow. It's a card of commitment in sort of the conventional sense, but it is also about our beliefs. It can be a card of ceremony. Think marriage. And then we've got the Star. Taurus and Aquarian energy for the masculine. Feminine, wow. Ace of Cups in the past. Whew. Love of a lifetime. Here's a message coming through, a message of love or apology, possibly. But right now I'm just seeing nothing but love. I'm seeing, what did I just say? Nothing but love. That just dawned on me, and a lot of communication around it in the future. So I like that I see the Strength card on the bottom. So let me clarify this. Let's see why this, oh, wow, just popped right out. King of Wands clarifying the Queen of Wands. Got a lot of chemistry here. This is a couple. This is a couple. More clarification on this, please. Chemistry, passion. There's a power dynamic. And then there's a single person. Wow. Virgo energy in the Nine of Pentacles. There's a twin flame on the bottom. Whew. Before I finalize my interpretation of this, I want to kind of see where I'm headed in some of these other cards, because I've got 3,000 different ways I can interpret that. Show me the Five of Pentacles, please. Why is the Five of Pentacles? Some, feeling left out in the cold, abandoned, ghosted. It's destabilizing. Wow. Could have been some financial insecurity and waiting for something to grow again. There's that transformation. Oh my gosh, look at this. And then I'm also going to take this. The Six of Pentacles figures in here, I think, because we start with the Five of Pentacles. We start with this instability. Something where it can be financial instability. That's normally how I would read it in a life reading. But in terms of a relationship, to me, it's usually not, feeling invisible, not feeling seen, feeling shut out, or having been ghosted. It can also be a perception of being left out in the cold. Someone chooses someone else and you get left out in the cold. You don't necessarily have to be ghosted to feel the energy around the Five of Pentacles. It is destabilizing. It can be devaluing. It can feel that way. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, so if this is someone who's been left out in the cold, it's been going on for a while. They've been waiting for it to pass. We have the Seven of Pentacles, something growing organically, maybe just patiently awaiting for that energy to shift And then we get the transformation. Death card is Scorpio energy in the transformation. Underneath, 2 of Cups. And now we get the stability that was not there in the 5 of Pentacles. So what this is about is underneath, this masculine in the past was waiting for some energy to show up that would allow them to be in a more mutually beneficial arrangement with the soulmate. So something was not in balance, was kind of chaotic. Maybe there could have been a situation where this masculine couldn't be with the twin, couldn't be with this soulmate. As both of these cards are underneath. And when I'm pulled from underneath, it's something that's like bubbling up under the surface, a sort of outside of conscious awareness. So what I'm seeing here is a masculine that has undergone a transformation. It's grown organic, it's kind of unfolded organically. They may have felt rejected by or ghosted by or abandoned on some level. And this like brought on a transformation, and underneath their whole goal was about establishing a situation that was a balanced and beneficial situation for both parties with the soulmate. Hierophant. This is where they're at right now. Lots of passion here. Passion of their convictions. The Hierophant is who we are at our core. It's what we stand for. It is our beliefs. It is, our commitments in the 3D and how we uphold those commitments, right? The integrity with which we conduct ourselves. I feel like there's passion in this masculine's conviction, their beliefs, what they believe to be true, their commitment, their energy around it is very much coming alive. It feels very alive. And it's interesting that I see this fire energy up here too, Temperance. Good. So they're sort of reading the room. Temperance comes in to say, use some self-restraint, some self-control, be patient, temper the situation. Ooh, glad to see that. Sagittarian energy with this Taurus grounding, and in between all this fire that I see up here is some wisdom in the Temperance card. Sort of a pumping of the brakes a bit. And then you get to move on to calmer waters. Oof. And then I see that the Knight of Swords, and I'm only pulling it because the Knight of Swords is how this feminine is showing up. So on some level, I'm feeling as if this masculine knows on some level that in order to move to calmer waters, they've got to uphold their own integrity, their own truth, their own honor, and this feminine's. There's like a mirrored energy around the Knight of Swords. I feel like when I'm looking at this past here, I'm seeing someone who couldn't access the warmth of this connection. And they waited a very long time, very patiently for things to kind of grow organically. That's what this transformation is about. Bringing in some fairness, some balance and reciprocity, an equal give and take to this connection. I still haven't quite figured this out. I almost feel like I may be talking about a masculine who is married and who feels their true twin is this single person. I could be. That's just what's coming through right now. Let me look at the star. For some of you, that's definitely going to be the case because we have the Hierophant, which also represents, right, marriage ceremonies in the church, you know. But I don't feel that that's what it is here. I feel that this is someone, this is a masculine who's finally stepping into the full passion of their convictions about this connection. They know they have to temper their energy before they can, before they can go in real fast with their truth. I'm not getting anything else right now. Let's see what the star has to say. Going forward, Aquarian energy in the star. Beautiful, healing, purifying, guided. Yes. It'll be a wish granted. Endings and new beginnings. For many, many of you, I feel I'm hitting it right. That I'm talking about a masculine who may or may not be married, but is in connection. There's a King and Queen of Wands here, and I don't think that's these two. I don't think so. I feel that this this Nine of Pentacles is this feminine, a single person, who this masculine perceives as their twin. On some level, they know it. They may not have found the words, or they may not even know the words, but this card represents that soulmate bond that exists beyond time and space. And I see a wish granted in the future for this masculine with endings and new beginnings, completion of one cycle and the beginning of something new. Queen of Swords. Woo! So, truth seeking, truth telling. Telling it like it is. I almost feel it's this feminine. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the world is Capricorn and Aquarius. So just so you know, you're kind of showing up in your own reading here. New beginning with the Queen of Swords. Someone of high character and integrity. Feminine, I'm looking at the Knight of Swords right now. Whew. Some clarity, some swift, Knight of Swords with the Six of Wands. Moving toward the truth swiftly. This feminine wants to be victorious in their reconciliation. This is the absolute energy of a win-win. Mending fences, reconciling differences, a meeting of the minds. This Queen of Swords is also a meeting of the minds. This has a little bit more of an this has more of an edge toward it. This has more of it feels as if there were no losers here. Everybody kind of comes through it a winner, whatever that situation is. And this feminine is ready for that now, ready to be victorious. Boom. Three of Swords, mending the heartache. Whatever this is about, could be third-party energy. That's what I've been feeling over here for some of you. A King and Queen of Wands versus the King with the Nine of Pentacles. Sorry for my lawn men. If it's Thursday, it's the musical stylings. Yes. Justice, right? Underneath. I am feeling for some of you, this is a very specific, not all of you, for a very small percentage of you, this masculine is divorcing. They are divorcing, or they are finalizing an ending that is a long-term committed partnership. They are wanting to reignite the torch of passion with this feminine who is coming through as a single person and also a Queen of Swords. And I feel as if this feminine is ready to reconcile the heartache, the separation, the I'm just going to stop on that because I'm looking right at an Ace of Cups here in the past. I also see my internet is kind of sticky, so you're not hallucinating it. I'm just going to keep soldiering through until it kicks me off, which it almost never does. Ace of Cups in the past, love of a lifetime, a divine gift of love, right? Divine gift of love. Yeah, I got too many cards. This is like too many cards. I was trying to grab this and look at that at the same time. That was not helpful. Ace of Cups, please. But how are we going to make it real? Two of Pentacles, a little bit of stuck energy this feels to me like logistics. How are we going to work that? How is this going to work? Now that we know who we are to each other, now that we know of this divine gift of love, how do we make it work? Because I do feel I am looking at twins who are not able to be together because there is another connection. How are we going to make it work? Focusing on a creative solution to that problem. Weighing realities on the ground, juggling priorities, very much all about the here and now, the 3D, the logistics of it all. Being able to lay down a heavy burden and finally have your happily ever after. Boom. So I'm seeing it pretty correctly. I feel as if, you know, for those of you who are not involved with a masculine who's involved elsewhere, then this may not be your message. It's just too strong. It's just too strong. I wasn't quite sure at first. The leading with the Queen of Wands threw me off, but now I kind of have it clear. So I feel like this feminine really, they've been carrying it for far too long. That's why underneath we have this Six of Pentacles over here is about an even distribution of the energy in this soulmate connection. Yeah. Having not been able to access the warmth of all of this love for so long. And really working to try to make it real. Focusing on the creative solution to the problem. And then being able to offload the negative karma and enjoy that happiness, that emotional fulfillment and contentment. And now we've got this little message of love or apology, Page of Cups. From who? From, King of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is an archetype, a masculine archetype of life partner or someone who's grounded and stable and has your back. So I feel there's some message of love or apology coming in from this masculine here to the feminine. Could be the other way around. Could be the feminine offering a message of love or apology to the masculine. It could be, but I feel it's coming toward them because I'm seeing the reconciliation with the heartache, something that ushers in a sense of fairness and balance. That's something that's been out of whack, out of balance. That's part of the chaos and conflict, the round and round of it all. Speaking of that. A little more on the King of Pentacles, please. Page of Cups, King of Pentacles. A little bit of delayed gratification. I feel as if it's the masculine saying, yeah, we got to hold up here. Temperance and the Hanged Man have a similar energy of self-control, of pulling back, of not acting on impulse, of really sizing up the situation, especially the Hanged Man, waiting for that enlightenment, something that comes in that makes it very real and clear as to what the next best move is. So I'm feeling as if this message is coming in from this masculine who's showing up here right now as a King of Pentacles. And they're further saying, but we can't act right now. There's a bit of a delay. And it is a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice. So that's part of the apology. Yeah, and underneath we get the Page of Swords. It is just keep an eye on things. Keeping an eye on each other, trying to keep in touch. It's underneath. I feel as if this feminine is sort of saying, on some level, knows that they kind of just got to keep on the, I don't want to say the down low, but just keep the messages small. This can be social media, checking, keeping tabs, but not in a creepy way. Then in the future, we get the full-on communication, which is something that I don't think can happen right now. You want to, but I don't think you can. You're still awaiting a holding period. 8 of Wands. Why did I say the 9? That's weird. Yeah, communication about choosing the path. Working together, right? Which road are we going to choose? Are you in or are you out? One more on that, please. Page of Pentacles. We can start small. End of a painful chapter. So I feel as if in the future, the feminine's communication, as this masculine works to not only heal, but get the wish granted of endings and new beginnings, the feminine's response, the communication that goes back and forth, is about the choosing of the path, right? Are you going to stay with that person, or are we, you know what I mean? Like, what is your choice? You have to choose a path. And I feel there's going to be a lot of communication, not just around the masculine's path, but the feminine saying, I'm choosing a path. Are you working with me or not? The Three of Pentacles is a team effort. It is you, your divine counterpart in spirit. It is like that little bit of co-creative energy. We can start small. We can take it slow. I will not have a meltdown. Yeah, one step at a time. The message is, we don't need much. We can just take this one step at a time. And underneath, the feminine's like ready to be done with this painful cycle. So, oh my gosh, this lawn guy is driving me crazy. So here's the deal, Capricorn. I want to look at the two of you more closely. And normally I pull 3 cards in the extended and I look at you more holistically. I'm going to be more specific this time. I want to find out what's the situation you're dealing with over here, because I'm still not clear on that. What's the situation between the two of you with this? What's the King and Queen of Wands about? What's the blocker challenge? And what can you do? What is the best advice for your next best steps going forward? Because I'm seeing a little lack of clarity there. Let's look at that. Then I want to pick cards like, what do you want each other to know? What are you not able to say that you're trying to communicate? I will pull a card for you, Capricorn, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. That will also be advice, but that's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit more specific to you and less about the advice for the connection. And sometimes it comes through, as a warning, something to look out for, be on your guard for. And then we'll pull an outcome card. If timing's a factor, it would show up there, and it might reveal what you can expect going forward. So if you want to find out what's really showing up here like I do, the link to the extended is below in the little description box in the first or second line. It says, click here. And I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, Capricorn, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in a future reading. Take care. Bye now.